have this morning all made up. So we're working with a colleague to just push out new initiative. I remember that was in Nashville.
Is it?
So I should have done a lot by now. I can get away with it and say, yeah, I've done a lot.
That's good. That's good though.
Yeah. So people just see this part of your journey. They don't realise you had a family. You know, you've been married. You've sacrificed a lot. But now the kids are grown. They're pushing me out. And that's why I do it full time now. So that's why everything I do is music. It's not my hobby. So that's why people think I'm really busy. And I'm thinking, no, this is my job now, so everything I say is going to be about music. It's not how it used to be a few years ago. So it should be busier actually, you know.
Busier?
Busy, I know.
Ready yet?
Okay. Do what I like.
DJ Kat-a-lyst, what Valley Radio see it, or whatever you hear it. I am going home to Africa as a Valley play. DJ Kat, up and running up and going up and burning. Burning up, as I would say.
That's right. You're listening to DJ Kat right here at Vanny Radio. We have a special guest right here on Vanny Radio. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Oh, hi, my name is Sandra Godley. Really pleased to be here on this rainy day, but never mind, I think we'll bring some sunshine to it.
Why not? Why not? Well, that song that we just heard was from yourself?
Yeah. It was recorded in Nashville. I'm signed to a really great label called CNC Music, based in Nashville, and that was one of the tracks that I really enjoyed recording. And it just is me. I give myself away. That's the main part of the lyrics. Love it. Yeah.
Wicked. We might have to share the same mic if it's coming out that one. No problem. Okay, so on that note. What is it that you do?
Okay, well, I wear several hats, but I'm a singer-songwriter, and that's what I've been doing since I was, I don't know, in my early teens. I'm also a broadcaster. I work for different radio stations presenting great shows like this, and my music is always part of it. I host different events as well, and on top of all that, I'm a mummy. I've got two great kids, Elliot and Franny, and I'm married to Paul as well. We've been married about 26 years.
Wow.
Whoa.
What can you say to that apart from wow?
Yeah.
Okay, so what kind of music do you specifically do?
Yeah, well, you know what? I was born in a city, Bristol, and I lived in other cities like Derby, so I've always had that kind of influence of different multicultural styles. And so my singing teacher way back when was an opera singer, because she needs to teach me how to sing, but I grew up singing gospel, and I've loved all the other influences. So I've done soul, R&B, you know, I do pop songs, I do love songs, I do it all, and you know, throughout my career that's been what's great for me, that I feel I can fit into different genres and just bring the message of Sandra through all those different genres.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Message of Sandra. What is the message of you then?
Wow, the message of me is to be the real me.
Okay.
And even now, in my tender years, I won't say how old I am, it's still a struggle to kind of like just be you, be the real you, and own it and work in it and love it and stay in your lane, because so many things and even people can kind of nudge you out of the way. But that is my message. Just be you and enjoy it, and then find people where you can find a place where you can thrive.
Yeah.
I've realised if you're in the wrong place
Yeah.
and you've got a right attitude, it can clash.
Yeah.
So get into the right place. People who appreciate you, know you, and enjoy being with you.
Okay. Wow. That already sounds like a positive message. Wow. Okay. So what brought you to music? What was it that brought you?
Wow. Well, you know what? I've got a typical West Indian background. Brought up to go, forced to go to church by my parents. Me and my brother. So we used to get sent out every Sunday to go to what were 3 church meetings back in the day. Yeah, exactly. Okay. You had to really think about the shoes you're going to wear that day. And so we just got into the whole church groove. And I think from there, I kind of remember just thinking, I really love music. I got involved with all the different choirs and groups. But at around 18, 20, I decided to go into clubs and pubs where I really wanted to get some more experience. So I've done, I don't know, just about every club you can think of. And just wanted to gain experience. So that's where my real love of music happened. And then I've just kind of like grown from there, singing and supporting different people, and then recording my first album back in 2005, which I won a really great recognition, which is fantastic. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. So how did that come about then? So when you went on stage, how did you first feel? Because it is nerve-wracking.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, it is nerve-wracking. You know, if you've got a great band with you, because if you've been practicing with them, then they're kind of family anyway. Okay. So you go together. It's not you fronting and thinking, well, this is me. Yeah. So I've loved doing live music with bands that I really, really know. But then when you're thinking, above all that, it's about the lyrics and the song. So if you genuinely believe in the lyrics, which I do, I don't sing stuff I don't believe in, then what you're doing is just opening up your heart and saying, this is me, what we were saying before, and I'm giving that away to you. Okay. And it's the most vulnerable part of me. I'm sure you're creative, and when you give that part of you away, people are going to judge it, and people are going to maybe criticise it or just love it. It's a big deal because you're giving your heart away. So. Yeah, the hard part is stepping out, but once I'm on the stage, I'm there. I'll be. You won't see me 5 minutes before, I'm usually in the loo. But once I'm on the stage, I own it then. Yeah.
Wow. So what's been your biggest stage or your smallest stage?
Oh my goodness, I've done so many different things, played at different arenas. You know, one of my big experiences here in Coventry was singing at the Rico, half-time during a football match. I think there were about 22,000 people there, and that was like, are they going to chuck pies at me or what really? Yeah. And normally at half-time, the whole arena just everyone just goes off to go and buy their pies, etc. But for a good solid few minutes, everyone stayed and listened to me sing. I think I did a Whitney Houston song or something, but that was a moment to remember. Yeah. I've done lots of things at Coventry Cathedral, I've done things in the city, I've hosted different events with Motorfest, I've done loads of stuff with Radio Plus, the station here, and worked with you guys with doing different things. So it's all about my roots. I like doing stuff in Coventry, no matter how far I travel across the globe. Coventry's home, and I want people to know this is home, especially now we've got the culture bit. Yay!
I was about to ask you about that. So I'm guessing you're happy about that.
Oh! Am I happy? This is the best news, because I take the story of Coventry everywhere I go, because of the whole peace and reconciliation thing. And also I worked at Coventry Cathedral for about 7 or 8 years, and Justin Welby, who of course is the head of the Church of England, was my boss then. Okay. So you know, I loved working with him and got a real sense of what reconciliation really means. And there was I, this mad black woman in this Anglican church, you know, mainly white people, just discovering Anglican ways of doing things. But I survived, but fell in love with the cathedral, and I am, like you, probably just on top of the world, knowing that we've won this bid. Yeah. We beat London, we beat all sorts of cities. It's us.
And it's mad, actually. So what do you think it will bring to Coventry?
Oh.
A lot of people are asking me at work, everything, and asking me what do we think it will bring?
I think, certainly for the people of Coventry, it will bring a real sense of ownership and pride. I'm hearing young people saying, oh, we won, so London didn't win, yeah. And suddenly feeling like, wow, you don't have to work at this, it's our label, we all own it. Yeah. So I think that is a big thing. And also, it's going to bring investment as well, lots of money, people are now going to see us on the map. But the big thing for me, and of course you as well, is the whole music thing, which we're going to push together. Of course. And people are going to experience not just two-tone, but gospel, soul, R&B, everything that we do here in Coventry is going to be on the map, and that's a biggie for me. I've already started anyway, we've already started pushing that out.
Yeah. So who are you working with? Because I know you do a lot of stuff. Yeah. I've seen all over Facebook, everything like that. Who are you working with to...
Well, I'm going to tell you about something I've literally done this morning, which is hot off the press. I'm so excited about this. Exclusive! This is on Valley Radio, the first. I'm looking to put together a choir. Okay. Who are going to be performing in Windsor. Of course, that's where Prince Harry and Meghan are going to be getting married. And I'm looking for some very special people over this. So anyone that has had a physical challenge or a mental challenge, and of course, if you know anything about Prince Harry, those charities Invictus, Mind are the ones that he really supports. So anyone that would fit, as it were, under that category, that umbrella, I am after you. I want to form a choir with you guys featuring in that choir. We're going to sing something and it's going to be performed the week before they get married. Okay. This is going to be the ultimate wedding gift. It's coming from Coventry as well. I'm going to try and do the auditions at Coventry Cathedral as well. So news. More to come.
Wow. I feel like we end the show right there. Let's go and look for some people.
Let's go look for some people. Let's look for some people. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did you feel when you first heard the news? Because I was actually really happy to win. And then, you know, Pete Chambers?
Yes.
I seen his little Facebook video and that made me laugh. So I was really happy. What about yourself? How did you react?
Massive. You know what? I actually wasn't in Coventry that night because, and this is crazy news. I was down in London with the Chaplain to the Queen doing an event with her. It just happened to coincide. I went there, but as soon as I got the message that we'd won, I told her, and we were in a meeting, and she literally did a quick interview with me. I think she was more excited than I was. You know, I was like, we've won, we've won, and I saw everyone cheering at the Belgrade. I think we all felt so emotionally more connected as well. Yeah. And realising that we're all owning this. So I was over the moon, but I still am as well. I've just said to everyone, let's pace ourselves. Don't run out of steam yet. We've got a few years to go with this, but really excited.
Okay, so you know it says, so of course, 2021. Does that mean when it's 21, that's when it will...
Yeah, so we do a whole kind of year, I guess, of different promotion and celebrations, but it's all the work that leads up to that, which will catch the attention of people now as well. So that's why I think, you know, the call out is for whatever you have as a good idea, let the city know what it is, and let's build I guess a momentum that by the time we get there, you know, we'll be a force. Well, we are a force to be reckoned with anyway, but it will just cement everything that we've been doing. Listen, you watch how it's happened with Hull, and they've absolutely loved it. They've absolutely loved it.
What about your children? What do your children think?
Children, gosh, I mean, are they still children? One's 26. Hi, Elliot, and Francesca is 16. These guys rock my world, me and my husband, and so we you know, I'm still doing school runs, I'm still doing washing, I'm still being a mom and all this kind of stuff. They just keep my feet on the ground, and you know, none of my music gets played at home at all. I'm just mum. But it's weird. That's how it is. They just kind of like, they need you to be mum and wife, and that's probably the best way. But they're great, and they've allowed me to now just kind of like live my dream. And you know, I've been in kind of not hiding, but just kind of being a mom and being a wife for a long time, and done my music part time. But it's in the last few years that I've really been able to have that opportunity, because the kids are older, and it is a challenge when you've got children to be touring and doing this kind of stuff. But I've got a lot more free time, so that's why, you know, I'm busy. Wow.
Well, we'll talk a bit more about how you juggled that. But right now, I'm going to play one of your tracks. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I am.
Yeah, that one was a little bit distorted. So. How are you finding it? Alright?
Yeah, it's good.
I'm good.
So how long have you been doing this?
Well, it's been 9 years now. But I started on Hills FM. So I started there with Mikey D as well.
Yeah.
And then the Living Brothers.
Yeah.
So I started doing it all with them.
Wow.
And I came to here.
So do you do this full time?
I do it every Saturday.
Yeah.
2 till 4.
Yeah.
So it's good.
So what kind of guests do you get on the show?
I try and get everybody. My show is predominantly reggae, but I try and get everybody that I can.
Yeah.
To try and mix it up.
Yeah.
The community as much as I can.
I know what you mean.
Louis been on. Louis did.
Okay.
Wizzy, do you know Wizzy? Young artist, he just rapping.
I wonder if I had him on, I know that name, or it was recommended, because I've done a few shows in Coventry where I put in local artists, or I think that name rings a bell.
Yeah.
Wizzy, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's been
good.
Yeah. It's quite quite nice to like play music, just relax while we work. Anyway.
I know it isn't. I know it's work, but it's not really because it's. We love music, don't we? Yeah. I know what you mean. Wow. So how did you feel then when they announced it? Were you a bit blown away?
Well, I was really happy. I'll be honest. It's commentary, so it's where you're from, isn't it? So I was really happy, but at the same time, you're like, okay, but what's now?
Yeah.
Like, what's next? Sort of thing.
Yeah. What's next? Wow. I guess. Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think is next?
I know they've got a structure in place for.
You look like me.
Yeah, I'm like, what is like that? Just constantly. Can you get in there? No, I can't. I guess they're just trying to put a shape to all the people who are going to drive it forward. I just saw them advertising a couple of jobs in culture. They're going to do this big poetry thing around the ring road. I only picked up a bit of it. I'm not quite sure what that means. I don't know. What is it? Poetry on the wall? I don't know. But they've obviously got some things that won't start immediately to start the momentum. And I'm gonna, I guess like me and you, we'll just be putting forward our ideas and saying, can we do this? Can we do that?
So that song, where's that song from?
Oh, that's the title track of my third album, actually.
Wow.
And it's called Miracle. And anyone that knows me, I have a faith. I have a strong faith. But I would hope that people see it in me rather than hear me talking about it. And so that song reflects the fact that I really do believe in miracles. And there was a point in my life where I needed a miracle and it didn't happen. And it was about the time when my father had cancer.
Okay.
And really, believed and prayed and did all that kind of stuff. And I saw this strong, strapping man just degenerate and become just flesh and bone, really, before my eyes. And it was a real tough time. And that song came out of it. God, I just need a miracle. But I know I need to take a step of faith. And, I know you can do this. But it didn't happen. And yet, when Dad died, I was like broken, totally broken. But I really had a sense that he left a deposit of himself in me, and that it was still my mission to just sing and just be a light where I can, really. Yeah. It's not always about being in a big auditorium, but just being me. So that's what that song was all about, Miracle.
Well, I'm sure he's watching over you anyway.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sure he is. I mean, I believe that. I believe that whoever goes is there on your shoulder, sort of guiding you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a food for thought, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And I think I said this before, that when you write lyrics like that are just deep stuff, it's hard to give it away, because you can either keep it to yourself or give it away and then wait for it to be judged or assessed. But I know that was a real defining moment. But big thanks to the guys that produced that, Jonathan Goodwin, my manager over there, and the team there that put together what was in my head. And that's what's always nice, that you can work with people who get you. All this confused way of thinking, they can kind of land it and make something beautiful out of it. So, big respect to those guys over there. But my next album is coming out next year. Which
you're flying, man.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. It's all... You know what, though? What happens is that for ages, there's nothing. There's nothing. And that's the time you're kind of planting your seed, you're going around, you're knocking doors, you're doing whatever it is. And people forget that there's loads of lonely, quiet moments. And then you start to get little things coming back. And then something else happens, and someone's noticed it, so they want a piece of it. And so, like I say, people look on and they think, oh, she's doing this, but they have no idea of the months of nothing, the absolute months of nothing. So it's those times where you've got to dig deep and still try and enjoy the journey.
Yeah. So how on that note, how do you deal with that and also the criticism? Because that can be quite hard. Yeah. Because you put all this effort into it. Yeah. And then somebody puts a thumbs down or something.
Oh, yeah.
Or they criticise it or whatever it is. So how do you deal with that?
And you know what? If someone constructively, that's the word, criticises you, then I will take that. It might be a bit painful, but if they say, that actually the sound would have been better that way, or you think you're at your best when you're singing that, but I understand you had a cold or whatever it is, or the song was so emotional to you. If people offer that kind of criticism, then you'll take it. But it's when it's mean and it's, you know, malicious, and it's from a heart that's like jealous, perhaps. You kind of have to know, how am I going to handle that? Am I going to let that arrow pierce me, or am I going to say, actually, back to you? It's got nothing to do with me. So you've got to, in this industry, be prepared that there's good and bad, and expect criticism and be ready for it. So I practice and I rehearse how I'm going to respond to it. Don't get it right all the time, I'm not perfect. But, you know, even this initiative I'm talking about now, there will be people who will be criticising it, and I've got to be prepared and say, this is just what I want to do. This is my present moment. This is my gift to Harry and Meghan. You know, if you want to come on board, come. If you don't, it's okay, cool. What are you up to? What can I help you with? And turn it back on them. So I've learnt in all my years of life to practice some stuff. I have learnt something. I've learnt something. That's good. So put it into practice, you know.
That's good, you learned something.
Yeah, you kind of think, I do know something.
Yeah,
that's not everything.
That's good.
Yeah.
Wow, so if young people were listening to you and they're getting criticised and stuff, it can be quite hard. So what kind of message would you say to them?
You know, I've got young kids who are teenagers and one in their 20s, and you know, if you have a good, I guess, a good group of people around who you can offload, then that is massive. Yeah. If you're going home to an empty room or just your phone, then I would say there's some alarm bells. And I would encourage anyone that's young now, that's going through stuff, you know, be intentional about widening your circle. You make yourself vulnerable to other people, and don't hide it away, because this kind of stuff eats away at you, and it's not. The way that this kind of stuff eats away at you isn't in one big chunk. You don't suddenly feel depressed one day. It's a series of little knocks. It's a series of little things that people have said to you, and suddenly it builds up, and you start to think, well, I am useless. I am too far. I am too ugly. You know, there's always a journey with these things. So I would say, you know, include people that are good. And like I was saying to you before, you're brilliant, whoever you are. Find a place where you're celebrated and people think that you're brilliant. Not that you want to be big-headed, but find the right soil. Stop messing around with people that don't appreciate you. Because there's millions of people out there. There's millions, and they're there. Just find them through being social and hang with them, is what I would say.
Wow. So in that sort of respect, what do you think social media brings to music yourself?
Social media, used well, brings a massive platform for people to be able to obviously share their music. But of course, in all that can be all the competition, and that can kind of get a bit ugly at times. But it's also healthy as well, because it means, actually, I want to do better. But social media is a force, I think, to use for positive rather than negative. And it can come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. And I guess, be wise and learn from other people and see what works for other people. And if that is what you want, then go for it. You might be better off on Facebook than you are on Instagram. Stick with Facebook. And your fan base or your people who are following you might like your pictures more rather than your conversation. So Instagram is the best thing for you. But I always say, have touch points of reality. Social media isn't real. This isn't where you live. It's just a good resource. But don't start playing out there, you know, what's happened in your relationship with your best friend when you should be talking to them. You know, don't put comments out there that you should be picking up the phone and talking to people about. I'm struggling with that with someone that I dearly love at the moment. Texting, won't pick up the phone, would prefer to be just texting, and I can't, and I don't deal with people like that, not for a long time. So make sure you're talking to people. That's how we were designed, to see eyeball to eyeball and understand that I don't need an emoji. I don't want to have a relationship that's based on an emoji. I want to see your eyes, love, and get a grip with how you are, so and where you're from. So use it, but it's not real. It's not this in it. And if it is your reality, then again, talk to somebody and make sure it's a support to your reality. It's not the reality.
Yeah. Wow. What can we say to that apart from that's really good? No, it's a bit of like reality, I suppose, that we're using. I mean, a lot of the time, for me anyway, it's always on the computer. Yeah. We're always talking on the computer, but we don't have that one-to-one conversation.
You're not on your own. We're all doing this, all ages, and you suddenly think, I've had a week where I've not actually seen anybody. I've not actually talk to anybody.
Yeah.
And it's those things we've got to keep reminding. Maybe put something up on your wall in your bedroom. Have I
Talk
talked to
to
anybody?
someone.
Yeah, because you can get so lost in it. Or
Yeah.
put it in the fridge, or put it on a drink bottle or something. Who was the last person I talked to? Who was the last person I told was pretty? You know, who did I tell last time that they really pretty? And you realise, as humans, we're so stupid at times. So don't get caught out with the social media. That is not reality. It's a support to reality.
Yeah.
But put triggers in your life that will raise the alarm bell and say, get out there and face the world. It loves you.
Wow. And that's what you're doing.
Trying
Right
to
now.
do, yeah. I get caught up in it as well. Of course I do. But yeah, I do have to put notes up and say, when's the last time you said hello to your kids?
Say hello now.
Yeah. When I'm texting them, we've got one of these 3-story houses.
Okay.
That's the way it is. And, you know, the fact that I'm texting my daughter on the top floor to say, come down for dinner, that's not good, is it?
Get that foghorn.
Oh.
Okay, I will play another one from one of your tracks
Okay.
and see what we can do, and then straight after talk again.
Lovely.
Okay, so the people, keep listening. Bit of it, I think. Try to mix it up so like there's a bit of you talking. Because I think the next bit is to talk about abroad. How do they deal with music abroad?
Okay.
It's different, ain't it? Always.
Yeah, I remember doing this.
30 minutes. Enjoy a
you remember
really
doing
great guest I've got today. Periodically on Bay Focus, we
So
do
is
some
this
more
in the
music
UK or?
on the program. If somebody comes
Yeah.
through the Tampa Bay area,
Check
which
you out.
that's the case
Tampa Bay,
today.
I know.
We special guest is Sandra
It was a few
Godley.
years
And
ago,
yes,
but I
that
was
her
driving.
name.
I did. I was
It's her
driving
name.
from
You can
place to
imagine that
place,
last
hundreds of
name, too.
miles. I must
It's
have
a
been.
real name, Sandra Godley from the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
Incredible singer, musician, just a great testimony that she
Well, I'll
has.
play a
what
bit of
she
this
does
because it had the
for
word
the Kingdom
focus
of
in it as
God.
well.
Oh yeah.
Always excited
So,
to have
yeah, this is
great
going good.
music
Oh,
talent
it's
come to
good.
Tampa Bay,
It's good.
particularly from the United Kingdom. So we're going to start today with
How
Sandra
long did you
Godley
stay in
singing
the
for us.
States?
After about a week
song
with that
that is
one,
called
and just
Being
trying to do
Loved.
different
And I
TV
know if you
shows
have
and
a
radio.
walk with the Lord
But
and you have a
yeah, my
personal
gosh.
relationship with the Lord, which we hope you
Taking
do,
you back.
Yeah.
that you will
Yeah.
by the end of this program. You are going to love this song. Here's Sandra Godley singing Beloved.
I'm surprised your hands ain't like that.
I know.
Mine
I
would
was. I don't know. I was probably still jet lagged. I'm thinking, is that the right angle? How do I hold my face? Which way? That way, up, down, blah, blah, blah. All the words.
Does it feel weird looking at yourself?
Yeah, it does. I hate it.
You hate it? Why?
And I'm thinking I didn't sing it so well. Oh gosh.
That sounds nice. Really, really nice.
It was for earlier.
Bless you, alright. You're outside. Alright then. Cool, no worries. I'll be out there in a minute. Bye. Bye. Back in the centre.
I've listened for ages. You making me able to listen to myself.
Yes, of course.
one way you want. Did you want?
Yeah, or you can come, or you can wait here. Or
Wait, you
it's a
carry
bit
on.
cold up there, but you can come in a bit. Yeah. Alright, cool.
Okay, alright.
Oops. So we spin you right round then. Check you out. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I don't want to. Okay.
Kalangola, upon Africa, Gola, Kalangola,
I'll take it from here.
Todibongo se, Bue, Bue, Babylon, Bue, Bue. Aye, aye. Yeah, man, you don't know, say, I just there represent a shoot out in the street with DJ Kat-a-lyst, one body really, you see it? I want them to hear it. I am going home to Africa as a bunny a play. DJ Kat, up and running up and gunning up and bunning. Bunny up, as I would say.
That's right. You're locked into DJ Kat right here on Vanny Radio. And we have Sandra Godley right here. I'm so sorry, but she had to watch herself sing.
Oh.
And her face was like, please get this off, Kat, please, please. So I felt so bad, I had to end it in a bit. But on saying that, what was that whole thing about, that journey?
Yeah, you know what? I travelled to America on my own to do this recording. Nearly fell off my chair. Good thing this is radio. And it just brought back some memories. I mean, I was screaming in the background. It's only because you always think it's really strange watching yourself. But no, I really enjoyed that, and my thanks again to my label for setting all that up. But again, it just stepping out of your comfort zone and travelling to a country on your own and touring around. It was a real load of fun. It really, really was. But again, I came back with more challenges, realising that I needed to stretch myself even further, and then just started to write the tracks on my next album. And that's taken a good few years to actually get to that point now, but it will be released early next year, and I'm really excited about the sound of it. I've gone for a bit more of a groove, pop style to it, and a bit of soul and R&B in there as well, so I'm really excited about it.
Wicked. So how was it being in America? Was that in America, yeah?
Yeah, it was. Now, of course, we're okay here with our accent, but the minute you open your mouth, I mean, literally the minute, they're like, are you from England? And you go, yeah. Are you from London? It's always the next question. No, I'm not from London.
Coventry, woo-woo.
And yeah, now I can't wait to go back now, because I'm going to be saying I'm from Coventry. Have you not heard of it? And then, of course, our city, of course, thing. So yeah, I always think that's really funny. They just think your accent is incredible and that you sound like the Queen. I'm like, I think was it there or maybe somewhere else? I think it was Uganda that I travelled to, where some children thought I was Michelle Obama.
Oh, okay.
I was like, okay, I'll take it.
Swap it out.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, it was a load of fun, and it's nice being English. I like it.
Okay. Well, how is the response when you go abroad to the UK? How is it for you?
You know what, people all have the same heart, they all have the same struggles, and when you talk in that language, which is why I love singing a lot of all my songs, because I'm trying to get to a point where people realise I'm like you and I'm being real.
Yeah.
So my songs hopefully will come from a place that really help you and encourage you. So yeah, it's always, I've not had any negative reaction at all, and I guess I just try to be me, and I'm not a diva. I don't demand lots of different things. Just a nice bit of water and maybe just a few home comforts. But I come in being me, because I guess I'm a mum.
Yeah.
So often it's more about me stopping doing things, and allowing other people to help me. That's been my bigger challenge. But people often, they just love to hear what's going on from artists in the UK, and they've always welcomed me with open arms.
Wow. So what's been your favourite experience abroad?
I guess recently I've been to Nashville a couple of times in the last few weeks, and I've absolutely enjoyed those. I guess one of my highlights was going to the Dove Awards, which is a huge awards ceremony over there, and watching people like CeCe Winans and Travis Green, some big gospel names, watching them perform and just being in that atmosphere. So I absolutely loved having exposure to all that. And also, a huge thing happened for me. I didn't realise that a friend that I went to school with when I lived in Jamaica was living and has lived in Nashville for a good 30 odd years. And without going into how this all happened, but we got connected again. And so when I went to Nashville recently, I met up with this friend who I haven't seen for over 30 odd years. And we laughed and cried, and we talked about our kids, and it was just like, and you live in Nashville? Yes, I do, she said. So that was great, just reuniting with someone I haven't seen for a long, long time.
Wow. So, you know, we're near the last sort of 20 minutes sort of thing. So what is it that really kind of inspires you? Like, you get up in the morning, what inspires you the most? To keep going, yeah. I listen a lot. I don't know if you know what I mean. So you know, if I'm travelling around, or if I'm in a church or a social setting, pub or whatever it is, I listen a lot, and a lot of those things that I listen to become stories, and out of that I tend to write songs. So I guess it's that really. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, that's good. I like that.
I do listen a lot and try and translate that into words of poetry, and then obviously it becomes a song. Yeah.
Wow, maybe you might sing for us in a little bit.
Oh. Maybe.
You never know.
Maybe.
Okay, I'm going to play another one of your
lovely
tracks. So here we go. Was that the right movie then? Was that the right video? I see the young girl rolling.
This song got a load of exposure on BBC Radio 2, because it was all about starting a new year. So
Quite relevant now.
Yeah.
So
I'd love to remix this one. I'm more of a reggae vibe to it. Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah, if you know anybody, let me know. It's got to start again. Yeah, I want to do a reggae version. I need to get some musos on this. Yeah, before was on Saturday, so now they're out of the way. I can start thinking about Christmas. So we were just talking about it before I came here. I've done no shopping. Have you done anything yet?
Yeah,
I've done nothing. I mean, nothing. And then I'm thinking, what do I need to do? When I was coming here, I would never have got into town. It's just chocker everywhere, trying to get into the car parks. So the West Orchards, people are queuing from, I don't know if you know the roads, but just outside the Belgrade, turning it backed up there onto the roads, trying to get in. I'm like, oh, we're good. Not a good day to shop in Coventry.
That's right, people. We're starting all over again as it's coming up for the end of this year. What a big track that is. So, that track, what are you saying about that track?
I'm saying this is a great, one of my favourite tracks. In fact, it's had loads of airplay with the BBC. They kind of pushed it out last year as a way of thinking about starting again. So yeah, you know, got to rebuild, got to start again, got to find a mentor in life, got to choose different friends, got to build my life. But yeah, hopefully there's something for anyone in that song. You know, sometimes you just got to start again.
Wow. So I understand you want to sing a little something for us.
Because you forced me.
Forced you, come on.
Forced me, she did, forced me.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I guess a lot of what I talk about is encapsulated in this great song by Bill Withers, Lean On Me. I always try and throw that into my set list. You know, we all need each other, don't we? So, you know, no matter if you think your back's breaking, someone can lean on you because of what you've experienced and gone through. We've all got something. So I'll do a little riff from that. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's cool. Do you want me to count you in?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay then. 1, 2, 3, go.
Sometimes in our lives we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend, and I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. You just call me, you just call me, you just call me, you just call me.
Yeah, what can I say to that? Wow. So, wow, what do I say?
Oh, thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, it's been a great pleasure to have you on the show. Anyway,
thank you.
What would you say going out there to everybody that's listening to you right now, what they call last words before you go and do your adventures?
Oh man, you know, just live life to the full and don't rely on feelings. Alright, feelings can come and go. You know, you can feel really low because it's raining. Know who you are and write some stuff down, all right? And remember when you wrote it and how you felt. You know, you've got it all, and find good soil, good friends that will cheer you on, and so you can make a difference. And also don't forget about this initiative that I'm pushing out, Gospel Ability, the wedding choir, where I'm looking for people who face physical and mental challenges. We hear a lot more about it. Lots of people excited about it, and I'd love you to get on board if that's something you can support me with.
Of course I will. Of course I will. That's definitely something that sounds wicked to be a part of.
Thank you.
So your album. Tell people where they can buy your album.
Yeah.
Any events you've got coming up.
Yeah.
Like
Wow. Okay, listen. If you want to hear me live, I'm going to be at the Jam House on the 27th of December. That's just after Christmas. This is going to be a massive live event, and we're there with some other artists as well. I love doing live, so come along to that. You can see all this stuff on my Facebook. Album coming out next year, which I'm excited about as well. So if you want to go onto my mailing list to find out more, just go onto my Facebook page. And everything's on my Facebook page at the moment. So just find me there, and yeah, we can connect.
Of course. And what is your Facebook page, just in case they don't know?
So it's just Sandra Godley. You'll find.
I love how you say just.
Just Sandra Godley. Yeah, Godley. You'll find my fan page there, and also my day-to-day. This is what I'm up to. You know, that kind of thing. I baked a cake today. Page.
Okay, so we're gonna say goodbye for now. It sounds really sad, but we'll definitely keep the link and keep on going with that.
Thank you, and thank you for having me as well.
Anytime.
Massive privilege. Loved it.
Anytime. So right now, people, I'm gonna play 1 or 2 tracks, and then we've got the great Maccabee sound coming on Vanny Radio, and of course I'll introduce Sandra to Maccabee. Of course. So right now I'm playing a track, and it's called Survivor.
Alright?
Yeah, that's cool.
Happy?
You wanna take a picture?
Yeah, let's do it. Are you using your camera? Are you?
Yeah, sure.
I'll use mine as well.